In the last video, I showed you an amazing new software called AIvideo that allows you to create short content using AI almost automatically. And I showed you this because I started a new channel called Hype Lab where I try to use AI content to go viral. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use make.com to automate the rest of the process. Because while AIvideo creates amazing shorts very quickly without hours of editing, we're also missing some of the key data, like the topic description, the titles, the tags, and the description for YouTube. I'm going to show you exactly how I put all of this together and run off of a single prompt to create all of the data that I need for each video automatically. So like and subscribe if you like this kind of video, and let's jump in. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with Make is very similar to Zapier or N8N, where it allows you to connect different APIs and put together different workflows so you can automate complex processes very easily. And in this case, I'm going to use ChatGPT and Google Sheets to create a process to create my titles, my topics, my tags, and descriptions. And this is going to be very straightforward. So to get started, I created a Google Sheet called Hype Lab AIvideo, and this is where I'm going to have the inputs and outputs for my Make automation workflow. Now I have my two inputs, which is initial video topic and video type, and my two outputs, which is meta info and description for AIvideo. My input for initial video topic is going to be the topic that I want to make the video on. The video type is going to be the type of video I'm trying to make about the topic. Here I have history, diagram, explainer videos, and top 5 countdowns, along with a story. Now, for the outputs, I have meta info and description for AIvideo. The description for AIvideo is going to be the description that I create for AIvideo, the service that I put into the AI that will hopefully create a high quality short of the topic that I put in. The meta info is going to create the title, the keywords, and the description for YouTube in one big block return. Now, I'm going to jump over to Make, and we're going to take a look at the workflow. So I created this from scratch, but I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how I made this. First, I created a module to connect to that Google Sheet. So here I've given it permission to connect to my Google Drive, and I've connected to the Google Sheet that I just created, and we are looking at Sheet 1. This does contain headers, which are the top row here, so it can identify the different columns that I'm using, and we are looking at the rows with headers, which is A1 through D1. Now I've set the limit to 1, which is basically how many rows can it look at per cycle or per run. And this is because during testing, I just want to have it run one line at a time so I can see the outputs. If I am trying to create in bulk, I would set this to something much higher, like 99, and just run them all at once. But in this case, I like to just run it individually so I can see each output. Next, I created a new module, which is to ChatGPT. In this case, I use ChatGPT create a completion, which you can see here. So if I click on the OpenAI block, we have a few different options. I used create a completion, which allows me to prompt ChatGPT just like you would in ChatGPT and the engine. So I just received the response once I send that over. This one is going to generate the description for the video that I'm going to put into AIvideo. So if we open this up and let it load, we can see that I'm creating a chat completion and I'm using the 4.0. We can also use the most recent version, the 01, but in this case, the 4.0 works great and it uses less tokens, so I'm going to use that. I'm sending a single message as a user, and there are 3 different types that you can send: the system, user, or assistant. And if you want me to make a video on ChatGPT prompting, I definitely can. Just leave a comment below. But I'm using a user prompt here, and I've tested out this user prompt in ChatGPT to make sure it has the output that I want. So over here, I went through and I tested out a few different prompts to make sure that I get what I want. In this case, act as an expert video producer and director with 10 years of experience. I will provide a brief description of the idea for a short video. I want it to conduct extensive research use its experience to determine the best story and how to create the video, and then return only a highly detailed description of the video from a director or a producer point of view. I also added a parameter to keep it short, and at the end I have the topic of this video is, and that is what I've taken and put into my make. So here is what we have here. Now, the topic for the video is, here I have my inserts that I've taken from the Google Sheet. So the topic of the video is and here I have the video type, which I selected, a history video on, and here's the initial video, which is Genghis Khan in this case. So that is how it's sending out the input for that description. So I receive back the description when I run this. In this case, let me just run this once so it can generate the different content here. Here we can see that it is grabbing the most poisonous animals, and it is a top 5 countdown video. And here we can see it took that and sent in that prompt along with the topic for this video is a top 5 countdown video on the most poisonous animals. And our output is a detailed director point of view description of how this should be put together. So this is what I would put directly into my AI video prompt. So once I've created that, I then go and create my title, keywords, and descriptions. And this again is a create a completion prompt for ChatGPT. I'm using the same model and the same user-based prompt as I did before, but again, you can get a lot more complicated with this if you want to. And I'll definitely go into it if people show interest. In this case, I also tested this prompt out in ChatGPT to make sure that it made the correct things. In this case, I asked it to act as an expert in SEO research and an expert copywriter with 10 years of experience. I asked it to return a highly engaging title, a SEO optimized video description, and 5 to 10 keywords that are highly relevant to this video. And at the end, I have here is the video description, and this is where I feed in the video description that I just created. So this prompt actually goes and grabs the video description that I created and inserts that to give it more context to create the video off of, or to create the metadata off of. So here, if I look at the input, we can see that I have the video description that was just created, and it takes that and it creates my title, it creates my SEO optimized description, and it creates a number of keywords specifically separated by commas for YouTube. So now I have all of the metadata that I need and the description to create the videos. So I just need to update my rows. So here I'm going back to my Google Sheet and I am entering in my spreadsheet ID. And here I got this from the spreadsheet ID. So in this way, I can make sure that it's placing my newly updated information in the exact same area. So it's placing it in that spreadsheet, in the correct sheet, sheet 1, and in the correct row number that I just grabbed, which is row number 7. And here I am just updating column C and column D, which are my metadata column and my description column. So that is what it's doing there, is it is basically grabbing my topic and my information on the video, sending it over to ChatGPT with a prompt and getting information, sending that result into this prompt to create the metadata, and then updating the sheet. So if we go back to the sheet after I ran this, you can see that I referenced column 7. It created my title, my SEO optimized description, and my keywords for the video, as well as a detailed description of how the video should be made. So now I can take this and I can drop it over into AIvideo, and let's see the result. So back in AIvideo, I'm going to create a new video from a template, and I'm creating a top 5 list video because we are looking at the top 5 most poisonous animals. So here I can just grab this description and we can go ahead and just insert that into the topic. So now that we have that, we can just go ahead and we're going to do it at 30 seconds with word art. And let's also add stock video and subtitles like this. I'm going to use Bill or Brian from American Narration, and let's generate it and see what it looks like. And about 3 minutes later, we have this video. So I'm going to go ahead and download that, and we have it uploading right here. Once I have it uploaded, I can just go into my metadata and grab my title. We'll paste that there. Come in here and grab my optimized description. Add that right here. And then my keywords. And we will add those in our tags. And here we have it. So I'm also going to add short video. And there we have it, just like that. We have the video all ready to go in just under 3 minutes. Hope you enjoyed the video, and definitely let me know if you want more videos on Make, because it's a fantastic software with a ton of potential.